Montana Outlaw BBQ is a family-run barbecue team. We primarily compete in competition barbecue around the country. We now have our own line of rubs and more things to come, but the base of everything Montana Outlaw BBQ is our family.
It's our whole family. Everybody's involved in it. I have two grandsons that come with us, and they love to cook as well. They were down in Arvada, Colorado 2 years ago, and they both placed. So it's a family passion. We all enjoy it, but right now the faces of it are Ty and I, but really it's our whole family.
Our family is pretty unique in the fact that we don't have just one business as a family. We actually have multiple businesses as a family. So outside of the barbecue, we also have a hardware store. Outside of the hardware store, we all live on one ranch. Day in and day out, and everybody plays a part and does what's needed.
Well, it started very simply. We did a demo on some Traeger grills. We were the first Traeger dealer in Montana back in the early 1990s. So we were promoting them. We're promoters, we're entrepreneurs at heart.
We got into barbecue because through the hardware store we wanted to sell more barbecue grills, and local contests started and we were able to take our grills up there and produce barbecue and donate funds back to our local charities. And we kind of caught the bug there. We did well and moved on and found more barbecue contests we can compete in.
And found another one down in Wyoming. And we went down there and had no idea what we were doing. Read a book, cookbook on how to make a brisket. I had never even seen a brisket before that day.
It's a really weird thing in competition barbecues. You always go to a contest and it's like, okay, well there's the pro teams, and you look at a score sheet. You can see a clean break when maybe there's the beginners or the amateurs. And so I would say from like 2008 moving forward, you know, we were really kind of striving to become one of those pro teams, but at what point do you stand back and say, yeah, Montana Outlaw BBQ is now one of those pro teams. When we roll into a contest, we know that we have a chance to win this contest. We can go up there and compete with the best teams in the world.
I tell you, the biggest thrill we get is when someone samples one of our meats or one of our things we prepare, and you get that look in their face like, man, I have never eaten anything like this before in my life. That is probably the biggest thrill, and that makes us continue to do it, because when they see that look in their face like, wow, I've never had anything quite like this, that's what makes it work.
I would say for me that moment came in 2016 when we won our first Kansas City Barbecue Society Grand Championships. That was a big step for us, but what that did was it qualified us to go to some of the national contests, the world championships that other teams get to, and that was always our goal. We were always striving to get to the Jack, and the Jack Daniels was this big pinnacle of barbecue, and it's kind of the top of the mountain of where you want to be. And so we went to the Jack and we had this amazing experience, and we did okay. We ended up, I think, with a top 10 port call out of about 95 teams, and we were really excited about it. The next weekend we were at the American Royal, and day one we didn't have much luck, but we thought, you know, we're gonna run the same stuff again, maybe make a few tweaks. You don't change much, and that next day it hit for us and everything worked, and we turned in some great barbecue, and we were crowned reserve world champions that year out of nearly 550 teams.
Of course, our family's always been a lot about giving back. We've had a lot of success with our rubs. It's done very well in a very quick amount of time. And because it's a passion, we always like to give back. That's an important part of our family. And if we can share some of the things we've learned with other people, that's just like a dream come true for us.
We're very grateful that we live in a country that allows us to go and do this freely, and we want to give back to those that are in their communities that are helping out, that whether it be coaching a youth sports program or working at the local soup kitchen, or maybe they were a veteran who now comes back and works with disabled vets, or they've been a longtime server on their fire department, volunteer, or a sheriff's department, whatever it is. Those type of people allow us to do what we do. And so it's only right that we can take some of our knowledge, things that we've learned from different people across the country and across the world, and give that back. It kind of goes back to, I want to share my experiences with a hobbyist, with the guy that's going to invite his friends and family over on a weekend and sit down in their backyard at a big table and serve them all great barbecue. But what better way to do that than to give back to the people that have given back to their communities.
If we can do that and share what we've learned, then that would be the award that we're looking for.